Hello gear fans, today we're going to talk about the FMR RNC, which is the real nice compressor, and the RNLA, which is the real nice limiting amplifier. Now, I've just sold these two, so just about ready to pack them up, so I said, well, we better do a quick video while we still can. What are they? Why am I selling them? So this is actually my second set of these racked. Pretty much just like this. This one's got an odd racking logo. Mercenary 69 Merc edition. I don't know what that means. 1969. Racked by Funk Logic. So you get both units in one rack space, which is pretty cool because otherwise they just come as like utility boxes, which I don't do. I'm all about the racking of stuff. I like to rack, make sure everything's racked up. So I'm a 19-inch rack guy. So this is the second set, and because I keep going back and forth between I'm in the box, I'm out of the box, I'm in the box, I'm out of the box. So I started off on 4-track. I never had a nice compressor back then. I couldn't afford one. And then I moved right into Adobe Cool Edit, and then the Pro Tools, the home version of Pro Tools that you could buy. So I never really had nice compressors on the front end. So I bought these as nice compressors on the front end. Steve Albini really likes this one. He says it's simple, it's affordable, the price is right, and it punches above his weight, is I think the exact sentence he said. So Steve Albini had one, I had to have one. So I bought this set, this one, the RNC, the RNLA, racked, and then I sold it, and then, typical fashion for me, I wanted it again, so I found it again down in Texas, so I bought another one, this one, which, as mentioned, it's got this weird Funk Logic. This branding is weird to me. I don't think it's cool, I think it's strange, but I suppose if you worked at Mercenary Audio or whatever they're called, that would mean something to you, but it doesn't mean anything to me. The little vent hole's kind of cool though. So the RNC, a real nice compressor, is a stereo compressor, not dual mono but stereo. It's supposed to be transparent. People say it sounds flubby and farty on bass, so they don't like it there so much, but they like it on drums, they like it on vocals, they like it on guitar, and they like it on like vocals, guitar, maybe even the stereo bus. But people say that like straight up bass guitar, it's not really the go-to. I believe they say the same thing of the RNLA. It's the same, only it's colored brother. So the RNC is designed to be really transparent. It even has the real nice button, which is one of these, turbo or cruise. See, that's the other stupid thing about this racking, is they changed all the controls, but we'll go through that in a minute. And they changed all the names to say something stupid about race cars. So I just wanted it in a rack. I didn't want the nutso idiotic labeling here. But acceleration is your ratios, or I'm sorry, your threshold. So there's 0. Compression is your ratios. So right about there is your 4-to-1. It goes 6-to-1, 10-to-1, and then 25-to-1. Speed is the attack that the compressor kicks in. Brakes is the release. And exhaust is the the makeup gain. So over here we got the RNLA. And the acceleration is again the threshold. The compression is the compression. Speed is attack. Brake is release. And the exhaust is the makeup gain. And over here we have the turbo button, which I believe is the real nice mode on this, which is designed to be really transparent. If I'm not wrong, there's 3 compression circuits in series, so that it compresses a little, compresses a little, compresses a little. 3 compressors in series, so that it's near transparent. I think DBX has something like this too. They call it over easy, I think. And the cruise button is just straight up bypass, which is nice. Now, again, with this frickin' idiotic rack, you got to shove a pen in there. One of them's the light. There it is. You can maybe hear that. Yeah, I'm hitting the button there. Yeah, okay. Actually, I can power one of these guys up so you can hear the light or see the lights. Not that that's so important, but I'll power one up for the heck of it. So which one we got here? We'll do the try to do the RNC. That's the other thing I hate about these wall wart adapters as opposed to the IEC connections. Where is my DC? There we go. Boom. Yeah, you just see the light shining through now. I don't know if I could get it to. I could get it to test its own LED strip on boot. See if we can get that to happen. There you go, a little light show. You can see if I've got turbo on. Which one's the button and which one's the light? Geez, the guy who metalworked this and labeled this up, he just wasn't thinking. There's the cruise. There's the turbo. How stupid. Yeah, just put it in a rack for me. Don't do anything else. Just put it in the rack. Knock the other stuff off. It's stupid. And with no audio signal here, I can't, you know. I'm not going to get the lights to dance or anything like that. So the RNLA is similar, but it's the colored version. It does not care to be transparent. So instead of an over easy mode in the turbo, or a real nice mode as they call it, in this turbo button, I believe it's a linear, non-linear, the algorithmic slope changes, I think, on that. I really should know what I'm talking about before I do videos, but that's overrated. So yeah, there's a few reasons I don't like this. The wall warts, don't like that. Like, look at this. What are you gonna do? Power my Atari up? Like, this looks like the Atari plug from 1986, right? Like, it's weird. You know, my adding machine has that plug. It's freaking weird. So anyway, but they want to keep the cost down, right? This is, I don't know what these retail at now, but FMR always provided these pretty cheap. So I don't like that. What I really don't like is the non-balanced cabling. So you have to use TS cabling to go into the inputs. Now, you can do this weird insert thing where if you're just going to use it as an insert, say on the left channel, you can use an insert cable to go, you can put your insert cable in there, and then your two cables that come out of it are your left and your right, or I'm sorry, you're sending your return on your insert. Same with the right channel. You can also sidechain. That is cool. I mean, they're as Steve Albini says, punching above it with weight. Right there, you get the sidechain. I've had far more expensive compressors that don't sidechain. And this guy's the same, right? But you have to TS, like tip sleeve, on balanced cables only. Now there's a rumor that you can come out of unbalanced TRS. And maybe that's just the RNLA, and maybe the rumor's not true. I didn't futz with it too much. It just drives me nuts because all my stuff is balanced. Like I'm not running unbalanced TS guitar cables through my audio. That's crazy. You know how much noise I'd pick up? It just would. Like, my house is grounded pretty decently, but it's just not worth it. Like, let's just get some properly TRS balanced cables here. For anybody that doesn't know what that is, I'll give you the layman's so here's a guitar cable. TS, that's the T, that's the S. Tip, sleeve. Tip, sleeve. So this is just a guitar cable plugged into my guitar junk. Now if you want a TRS, that's your tip, your T. R is your ring, and S is your sleeve. Why is this better? Well, it's got more wires in it, or they'll say more conductors, if you want to sound smart. It's more conductors in this cable, more wires. And what they do is they use the tip, the ring, and the sleeve. They use the two signals. Will go through at a great length, whatever you want, 30 feet, 50 feet. I don't know what the max is. 50 feet. They're going to take the two signals and they're going to invert them which makes noise canceling. So anything that's picked up on the line, because these guitar cables are like radio antennas, right? So anything that's picked up on the line from a fluorescent light or the local radio station or a UFO or solar flares, God knows what, gets picked up on this line like an antenna. And because there's the two conductors, one wave comes in like this, and the other wave comes in flipped upside down like this. Just pretend I'm doing that same wave motion upside down. And those are then cancel each other out perfectly, all the noise that you picked up. So that's why it's balanced. It's tip ring sleeve balanced. So FMR has made a audio processing device that is unbalanced, and that is unacceptable for me. It's no good for me. Now they also make an RNLA and an RNC 500 series, so you could get it in the 500 series rack. Problem with that is they're way more money, and then you'd be spending, they're only mono, so you'd have to have an RNC left channel, RNC right channel, RNLA left channel, RNLA right channel. So you're buying 4 of them, and one of them costs almost as much as these two combined, in which you're getting left, right, left, right. So there's 4 channels if you want to think about it that way. To get that 4 channels would be 4 times the money. Why? I don't know. It's that whole 500 series equipment is more affordable, guys. Yeah, not in this reality, on this planet, in this universe, is 500 series equipment ever less money to do the whole, well, you don't have to pay for a power supply. Yeah, well, 500 series costs more. I could show you again and again. I could show you this guy compared to this guy. And I know that's not complete apples and oranges, but we could go through it. And anyway, so yeah, FMR, they do have the RNC and the RNLA versions available in the 500 series, if you can get them. I mean, it might be different in the USA, but those things never come to Canada. You can get them on eBay and somebody will bowl you over with the price. Or reverb.com, where the fees are too high, so the buyer's fees are too high and the seller's fees are too high because reverb.com charges too much money on their fees. But anyway, so this has been the RNLA and the RNC. If you want to hear them in action, I'm packing these up, but there's tons of videos out there. You can actually hear them. There's some cool videos where some guys do entire songs with them. They mix entire songs with them. There's some, I think it's Mixbus TV. I think that's the name of that channel. That guy, that metal guy who's really good. He really puts them through the paces. He compares them to compressors that cost way more. But anyway, that's just a few of my thoughts on why I'm getting rid of this again. So this is my second one in a rack, side by side. Am I going to make this mistake again? Oh, for sure. I have gear acquisition syndrome like you wouldn't believe. I'm OCD. I'm all about aesthetics. Things like this keep me awake at night. I can't just leave well enough and out alone. But I won't get one if I remember next time that these are TS only on the input. TS only on the input. If I can remember that for next time, then I will never buy these again, ever. And I'll look towards maybe an ART, what is it called, the TPS2? That's their, no, not the TPS2. It's the ART that costs about $430-ish. They come on sale. It's a 2U unit. It's got the tubes in it. Big studios have them, even though they only cost that. That's probably what all you do with this money. Turn around and buy an ART. Funnily enough, like when I sell these 1, 2, 3, 4 channels in the nice custom rack, when I sell this, I won't even have enough money to buy the ART, even though it's a super cheap compressor. I only got, all told, I'm getting about $450 on this. I spent $600-ish bringing this back from Texas. So, like, yeah, I'm out some money, but hey, I got to make a video out of it. All right, thanks very much. Have a good day.